Supreme Court has questioned Tamil Nadu Minister Udhyanidhi Stalin over his remarks about Sanatan Dharma. Supreme Court said, and I quote, "You are not a layman, you are a minister. You should know the consequences." Supreme Court has moved apex court seeking clubbing of multiple FIRs registered against him in several states over his remarks. Supreme Court adjourns his plea for hearing on 15th of March. The latest that is coming in at this point of time, viewers, big developments taking place. Supreme Court has now questioned Tamil Nadu Minister Udhyanidhi Stalin over his remarks about Sanatan Dharma. The Supreme Court has stated, and I quote, "You're not a layman, you are a minister and you should, in fact, know the consequences." Supreme Court has moved apex court seeking clubbing of multiple FIRs registered against him in several states over his remarks, and now it has been the Supreme Court has adjourned his plea for hearing on 15th of March. In fact, to give us more on this, my colleague Ayush Sharma joins us on the broadcast. Ayush, what more details can you share with our viewers?
Yes, absolutely. In a major setback of Tamil Nadu Minister and DMK leader Udhyanidhi Stalin, the Supreme Court, the apex court on Monday, rebuked the leader over his controversial remarks to eradicate Sanatan Dharma. Remarks saying that he should have been careful with his statements as being a minister. He should be aware of the consequences of such statements, it is said by the Supreme Court. And as I quote, "You are not a layman, you are a minister. You should know the consequences." It was said by the top court to Stalin's lawyer, who moved to apex court seeking clubbing of multiple FIRs registered against him in several states over his remarks. Over to you.
Right. Absolutely. Again, a statement that has been made by the Supreme Court. They said that you're not a lawyer, you're a minister. You should know the consequences. Again, viewers, this is a big statement that is coming in at this point of time. All right, my colleague Ayush still with us on the broad. Are there any other further details that you can share with our viewers as far as Supreme Court questioning Tamil Nadu Minister Udhyanidhi Stalin is in fact concerned? What more can you share with our viewers? So this, of course, the latest that is coming in at this point of time. I think we've lost that connection over there, but Supreme Court has now questioned Tamil Nadu Minister Udhyanidhi Stalin over his remarks about Sanatan Dharma. They've stated that he's not a layman, he is a minister, and therefore he should know the consequences of what he says. So this is, of course, big developments taking place, of course, pertaining to eradicate Sanatan Dharma row that did in fact take place a couple of months ago, and now the Supreme Court has questioned Tamil Nadu Minister Udhyanidhi Stalin over his remarks about Sanatan Dharma. You're not a layman, you're a minister, you should know the consequences, is what the Supreme Court has had to say. They've in fact moved apex Supreme Court has in fact told Stalin's lawyer, who's moved apex court seeking clubbing of multiple FIRs registered against him in several states over his remarks. Supreme Court has adjourned his plea for hearing on 15th of March. So latest news coming in at this point of time, viewers. So this, of course, big news coming in at this point of time, where we're learning the Supreme Court has questioned Tamil Nadu Minister Udhyanidhi Stalin over his remarks on Sanatan Dharma. They've stated, and I quote, "You're not a layman, you are a minister. You should know the consequences." So there are some big statements that have been made. In fact, joining us at this point of time is Mr. Tom Varakan of the BJP. Good afternoon, sir, and thank you so much for speaking to us on NewsX. Now, while freedom of speech is a right, hate speech is not. Do you think this strong statement by the Supreme Court has delivered that message loud and clear?
Yes, the message and the writing on the wall is clear. It's not that these people don't know the difference, but they deliberately do it to kind of polarize society. They deliberately do it to keep a constituency which they think would believe in them. Now, with the Supreme Court mentioning this very clearly, it is a clear indication for them and other political parties to be very careful when they indulge in this kind of hate speech.
Right, sir, absolutely. But you know, with this statement that has been made, the questioning, do you think now finally there's going to be this sort of realization that's going to now bloom in Udhyanidhi Stalin's mind that, okay, maybe, you know, what I said was absolutely wrong? Do you think something like that is going to happen? I mean, what the Supreme Court has said is a very real statement. He's not a layman, he is a minister, and he should know the consequences of what he's saying.
He knew it all the time. He was trying to defy the law, and he thought he is above law. And now that the Supreme Court has pointed it out, he should think twice before indulging in this kind of activity. It's unfortunate that he is a dynast who believes and thinks that whatever his father supports him on, because I think it is the father who should have mentored the son to tell him that there are hate speeches and there are speeches which are not to be indulged by ministers. If the parent doesn't tell him that, at least now the Supreme Court has given him the right advice.
Right, sir. Absolutely, absolutely. With that, I'd like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast, sharing your perspectives with our viewers.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.